Hey everybody, it's Vessel of Truth here. Just want to make a short video. Seems like I say that all the time, but uh, some of the feedback I've been getting here lately is kind of setting a trend. Uh, to paraphrase, everybody's going around, they're saying that the enemy, i.e. Satan, Satan, Lucifer, hey, Gadriel is his name, but hey, anyway, they're saying, that he is just attacking them left and right, left and right, and left and right. Well, that's not true. Um, Satan is bound right now. And if you don't believe me, look at John chapter 12, verse 31 or 32, I do believe. It says, now judgment has come to this world, and the prince of this world is being cast out. He's not cast back in till later on in the book of Revelation, when there's war in heaven. Um, Michael and his angels fight against Gadriel and his angels, and it was found no more place for him in heaven. He's thrown out to the earth, and it says, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth, for that old dragon, the devil, the serpent, has been cast out to the earth, and he knows that he has just a little time. We haven't got to that point yet. So if you are getting your brains beat out, it's not just the enemy. Uh, what is going on is there is an uptick in temptation and the picking of the flesh, because evil is begetting more evil, which is begetting more evil. The balances are tipping towards evil because it is what is most prevalent. Um, you just have to watch yourself. Everything that we do is monitored. Uh, but to blame the enemy for, weaknesses of the flesh or something like that is just not right. It's just a cop-out. And I'm not one for cop-outs. We all have sin that so easily besets us. Therefore, whatever yours is, that's what you have to set yourself up against, to not fall to whatever so easily besets you. Some people it's pornography, some people it's drugs, some people it's women or men. Pick your vice, and it's just going to get worse, because the enemy has his cohorts here doing his work for him. And just because he is bound doesn't mean that he is unable to do anything. The reason that he's bound is to not be able to deceive the nations. He's still able to afflict people through his hierarchy of demons and fallen entities. He's just not allowed to personally get involved. When he actually is cast out back to the earth, it even says that it is such a time of trouble and that has never been seen before on the earth and never will be thereafter. It's taking a lot more prayer. It's taking a more time to study, because there's more and more and more distractions that is being hurled at us. The enemy is trying to use worldly things to get our attention off of the Father. Don't let it work. Keep your eye and focus on the Father. Keep reading, keep praying, keep worshiping, because that is the times of refreshment. That is what makes or breaks you. If you think that you can just have a head knowledge of the Word and everything will be fine, you're fooling yourself. If you don't have that relationship, you're dead already, because there's nothing backing you up. You can know the Word, but if you don't know the source of the power of the Word, all you know is words. There's nothing backing it up. There's no power in it, because you're not hooked up to the source. I've been getting several emails and texts, and you name it, I'm getting it. But suggestions on things that people are wanting discussed because they don't understand, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of behind. So if I haven't got back to you, I have seen them, and I've got my notes going, and some of them are pretty good ideas. One of the most requested is a teaching about the calendar, which calendar we use, how do we celebrate the feast days, what do you do to keep the Sabbath. Sabbath is easy because I just do the Torah portions for the week, and praying, and of course there's no buying or selling on the Sabbath, because you're not allowed to make other people work, therefore you can't go to the store and stuff like that. Plan for that ahead. And just no work that is work to you. If you enjoy painting, paint, but no actual work that would be something that would aggravate you, that is hard work. It's kind of self-explanatory. The Sabbath was made for us, not us for the Sabbath. But so, and also, if someone calls you out of the blue and it is a Sabbath day and they need your help them. It is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. I've had so many emails about so-and-so's mad at me because I wouldn't go and help them on the Sabbath. We're not supposed to do any work. Well, hey, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath? According to our Savior, yes, it is. You have to, walk carefully, and love. But I mean, it's kind of a whole other subject. But really, I was just wanting to get the point out that, people going around saying that, Satan, if you will, I don't like using titles. The actual person that was in the Garden of Eden was named Gadriel. He was the one that beguiled Eve in the garden. Satan, Lucifer, they're both titles. Satan means your adversary. Lucifer means light bringer or light bearer. Okay, so that's why I don't like using those two names. But the individual that I'm talking about is the one that everyone calls Satan or Lucifer. Not a lot of people know Gadriel because they haven't really studied to the point, but it doesn't matter. He's not out actually beating anyone's brains out yet. That day is still coming. If you're having a hard time, it just means you need to buckle down more. More study, more prayer, more worship. Give yourself over to the Father. Spend as much time as possible. Cut out all the worldly stuff. It's just worldly stuff anyway. And, we are commanded to be in the world, but not of it. The friend of the world is the enemy of God. If a person loves the world, the love of the Father is not in them. These are all things that I draw strength on because, it's hard to be separate with, all the neat things that, they're trying to draw you into. You know, uh, the game systems for one for the youth, and all the different kinds of toys and so on and so forth. All the theme parks and so on and so forth for the adults, and on and on and on and on. Hollywood movies and blah blah blah, and the list goes on and on and on. Uh, you know, there is something for everyone out there, and I choose the Father over all of it. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, and yeah, you'll get made fun of, and be called party pooper and all this, and a lot more colorful things, but it's between them and the Father. But it's just not time for game playing anymore. It's the enemy is just out like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. I mean, he's just looking for a way in. I mean, I could go right now and tell you some of the stuff that has went on just this last 24-hour period in my life, and you all would be like, no way. But I'm telling you, it ain't been fun. He hits you in the pocketbook, hits you, all different kinds of ways. So just seek the Father. Apply yourself more. And know that you'll be successful. So that's all I have for this one. That's my main point. I was just wanting to answer, about 30, 40, or 50 emails all at one time, with a little short video, rather than having to type 40 and 50 different messages. But I love you all, and until next time, God bless you.